I'm not fully educated about everything that's going on, but what I do know, I feel like there's no reason for us to be there, and hopefully we can end it soon. And that is also why I feel like Obama would be a better choice than us staying somewhere where A, we're not wanted, and B, that we're not really helping.
Personally, I never supported the war in Iraq. Back in 2004, 2003, I read George Stephanopoulos' book. Explains that we really didn't have enough research. There really wasn't enough CIA information behind what the president decided to do, behind the attack that he decided to initiate. I don't believe in the war in Iraq. I support the troops, and I do understand the people who are over there fighting for us. I have friends over there. But as far as the war itself, I don't believe in it, and I don't support it. And I definitely think that we need to plan out faster rather than later. You know, we went over there to impose some sort of democracy on them that we are assuming they want, which is just like a form of colonialism, basically. You know, ridiculous.
I think, really, I think we just need to come home. We need to get out of there. I really don't like the Iraq situation. I think it's a little ridiculous. I really think, there shouldn't really be any conflict over there. I think it can be settled without sending people over there.
When it first started, I was a little bit, I was for the idea because I really thought they did have, weapons of mass destruction. But I feel like we ended up in countries that we have no reason being there, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't take 5 to 6 years to solve, this, this problem, you know what I mean? The main search was for Osama, and no one knows where he is, you know what I mean? So I feel like people are dying, people are getting hurt, and they don't let the public know about it because they want us to think, oh, we're winning the war. If we keep thinking that this is a good idea, people's families are going to be there for the next 10 years and more sons and daughters are going to be lost. So I feel like, the war has to end sometime, but I would rather it end successfully than, have all these lives lost. So whichever candidate wins, they just need to take that into account. What is the best way for us just to draw out, because this war is getting ridiculous and we're in debt right now as a country, so that's what we need to be worrying about, not oil.
Well, I think that's one of the trickiest things that we have to deal with as a country right now. But as far as the president goes, I feel like the administration thus far has pretty much been going back and forth between whatever seemed like it was working at the time. And granted, a war is hard to, it's hard to hypothesize what's going to happen. But I feel like the president needs to stand up and make that definite plan. And I feel like Obama is secure enough and intellectual enough to make that decision.
Been opposed of it from the start back in '03 when I was in high school. Remember protesting it in my own way at my high school. I think Obama's stance on it is a little bit better than McCain's. Honestly, we're in a country trying to liberate people that honestly don't want us there. So let's just pull our people out as quickly as we can and save their lives and let them deal with the situation, because it's like we're a bully that came in and destroyed their country and now we're trying to make amends. They don't want us there. They have an economic surplus, we're in a deficit, but we're spending all our money to try to fix their situation, and we can't fix our students. Now we can't fix our economy. It doesn't make sense. And I hope that if Barack is, elected president, that we get to pull the troops out as quickly as possible. I had a friend that was over there that could have been married, but instead is fighting for the country in a senseless war. So.
I'm actually very adamant about this topic, and I think what makes Barack Obama stand out is that he was against the war from the beginning, even when other people were criticizing him for it, when it wasn't popular to be against the Iraq war. John McCain is an honorable person. He served our country. He was a prisoner of war for 5 years, and I respect him profoundly for that, but I think he's also sort of from a different generation. He's a warmonger, so to speak. They believe that war is a solution for everything, whereas Barack Obama seems to be more inclined towards diplomatic discussions, sitting down with our quote-unquote enemies and talking to them and working through things, whereas McCain says you can't talk through those things. You shouldn't talk with the president of Iran. You shouldn't talk with those people. And I think that's what sets them apart from each other.